What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at this jump starter with air compressor from a company called Auxito. Now this jump starter is available on Amazon, which is where I picked it up from. And the reason I picked it up is because I don't have really any portable air compressors. I do have one Milwaukee one that I usually keep in my toolbox, but I wanted to get one like this with a jump starter so that it can be really compact and super easy to kind of take with you wherever you need to go. Now I do have a few different jump starters already. I got this old Stanley one that I've had for who knows how long. I've got this smaller Craftsman one that I keep in my wife's car just in case she needs it. And then I've got my NOCO, which is the one that pretty much sees most of the use because that one is just absolutely useful in pretty much any situation, works on a ton of cars. Now in the case, you're gonna have a few different things. You've got your jump starter and air compressor, of course. Right here on this side, you've got your jump starter leads. You've got an air hose for your compressor. And you've got a couple of different fittings to blow up different things like basketballs and stuff like that. Now the unit itself is super easy to use. You just push the power button right here, hold it down. It's gonna power on. As you see right now, it has 86%. It does have a button right up here in case you wanna turn on the flashlight feature, which this flashlight is pretty bright. If you hit that flashlight button again, it goes into a strobe mode so that you can get, SOS, or if you're on the side of the road. And if you hit it one more time, it goes into a red LED strobe mode, which is also super useful. Now, what you can do is you have your M button right here at the bottom. That's going to be basically your mode button. You could set your PSI with the up and down arrows on the side, and you have different modes in case you're doing a motorcycle, bicycle, car, basketball, soccer ball, stuff like that. Now to use your jump starter, it is super simple. You've just got this little port right here on the bottom that you're going to want to open up. You take your cable leads and put them right in there and just make sure that they're all the way in. You're gonna get a green LED letting you know that there's power going there now. And these leads do have a safety feature. In case you touch them, they're not gonna spark or anything like that. You're just gonna hear that audible beep noise. And if you connect them the wrong way, you're also gonna get that same notification sound. And then basically all you do is you plug these onto your battery and you go ahead and start the car. As soon as you plug on, you're gonna see this unit start to click, and you're going to hear an audible clicking noise coming from the unit itself, and then you're pretty much ready to go start your car up. You jump in your car, start it up, and this unit will power it right up. Now one thing that I did notice when I was recording me jump starting a vehicle is that the battery went from about 92% or something like that down to about 86 with just that one jump start. So I think you could probably get a good amount of jumps from a full battery if you're starting at about 100%. But obviously if you're using it to inflate your tires and then you're just keeping it in the trunk of your car, the battery is probably going to deplete really quickly. Now the air compressor side of it is also super easy to use. You just take your air compressor hose and you go right here to the top of the unit, and you're just gonna thread it on real quickly right there. It's got a little rubber kind of cover on the end of the hose, so you can just thread it on, gives you good grip, and just make sure it's nice and tight. Now this thing, when I was using it to air up a tire, I was going from about 25 PSI up to 36, and it did take probably about 4 minutes to do that. So if all your tires are fairly low, usually, they'd only get down to like 25, 24 PSI if you have an air leak or something like that. But most cars are just naturally losing air with, dissipation of oxygen. Probably going to get down to about maybe 30, maybe 29, 28 PSI at the lowest. So I assume it'll probably take a few minutes to do that. One thing I did notice is that this end of the hose that connects to the unit itself, it did get really hot. When I was airing up that tire, the unit itself didn't really get too hot or overheat or anything like that, but the end of the hose definitely did. So just something to be aware of. Aside from that, it does have a quick connection right here on the other end, so you can put it on your tire really quickly and easily, and you can take it off. You don't have to thread it on kind of how you do with the Milwaukee one that I have, which I definitely like. Now, as far as the 3 accessories that you get to air up different things like basketballs, football, stuff like that, and then you can use these other 2 for pretty much anything you want. If you're doing, you have an air mattress or something like that, you can use these. And these do have threads on the end, but they don't really thread into this end. You basically just push it in and lock it into place and use it that way. And the same with the other ones. They all work exactly the same, and the fit on this quick connect here is really nice and snug, so definitely no risk of it coming out or falling out. So definitely like that as well. And the way you use the air compressor is pretty much the same way. You're just going to hold the power button down, you're going to start that up, you're going to go to your mode, choose what you're airing up. If you're using a vehicle, you just set it to 36. It'll measure the amount of PSI that's in the tire. Right now it shows 0 because it's not connected to anything, but then you just hit power and it'll power up and start airing it up. So overall, really quick and easy to use, pretty self-explanatory. It's not too complicated. It does have a ton of different features, which I like. Definitely like the flashlight and the red strobe as well. So overall, definitely recommend it. It is going to be a good unit. Like I said, something basically just to keep in your car if you're, on the side of the road, or you're at the store and your car doesn't want to start, or if your tire pressure light comes on and, it's more convenient to just hop back out, air it up yourself than stopping at a gas station or heading into a dealership and having them do it for you. So overall, guys, I think this is a pretty good unit. Seems to work really well. Battery seems to last a while as well, so definitely recommend it. Let me know what kind of jump starters or air compressors you guys are using. I'm going to leave a link in the description for this unit as well. If you guys have any questions or any experience with this, please leave it in the comment section and I'll do my best to get to those. Aside from that, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.